Hello, I'm Tejas Soni, a Canon EOS Maestro. I'm super excited to share my experience with the RF lenses that I've been living with for so many days and trying my hands on different situations, variations, and themes across India. My first take on RF lens is native RF lens coupled with R series mirrorless is a magic which can create a masterpiece to adore. In true spirit, the RF series opens up a plethora of limitless creative opportunities. We humans are not only inhabitants of the planet Earth, we share it with various types of flora and fauna. In human terms, this flora and fauna are our families. However, we do not know much about our siblings and cohabitants. Unless we know them better, we will never be able to value what we have and how we ought to respect them. Canon RF series of lenses provide you with the right perspective to look at our siblings. Fellow Earth dwellers, whether you wish to capture a tiny flower just inches from you, or you want to take a landscape, or you are in wildlife photography, street photography, or documentaries, the Canon RF series is made for you. Powered by Canon R series full-frame mirrorless camera, the RF lenses take you on a magical ride through our habitat, Earth. Lightweight, quick response to frame reconfiguration. Canon lenses will inspire you to go out and click. Once you are armed with Canon EOS R system and RF lenses, there is nothing more you need. The technical details will be all over the internet. So here, we will focus on how to use the lenses with actual examples. The incredibly best and simplest way to describe this lens is all-rounder super telezoom. Let's see how. When you are composing a frame, typically you go through a series of clicks and each frame is unique. When you are laced with the RF 100 to 500 mm, the recomposition becomes a piece of cake. As the lens ranges from 100 mm for a wider angle to 500 mm for focusing on the different parts of the same subject, the lens instigates you to create your magical frames and videos. Take the examples of the lion and demoiselle crane here. While taking them in a full frame, subsequently I milk the same subjects into smaller sub-subjects. RF 100 to 500 mm is synonymous with a complete solution when you are on a wildlife trail. Whether you are chasing a bird or a mammal, the state-of-the-art RF focusing solution coupled with RF 100 to 500 mm lens helps you create mesmerizing frames. The lens works wonders even when you try to quickly focus on an elusive subject, even in low light or challenging light. It can keep a constant focus to capture the moving goal. Check out the bird that does not emerge fully or the master of camouflage, leopard. When you're after such an elusive subject, RF 100 to 500 mm makes photography an extension of your creativity. When capturing mammals basking in sun or clicking rosy starling performing aerial acrobatics, you can ditch all the external supports like a tripod, a monopod, or a beanbag. Just whip out the camera and go click. The color rendition and sharpness of the super lightweight and sturdy build of the RF 100 to 500 mm sets you free. No need to carry a set of peripherals. The uncomplicated and nifty RF setup ensures that you let go of the technical nitty-gritty and just enjoy clicking the frames. This comes in handy when you have to click a flying or moving subject. You can rise to the challenge, just get trigger happy. Whether you are a still photographer or into video documentaries, the 5-axis in-body image stabilizer feature goes a long way in producing sharp and clear output, even in low light. It also helps you ditch the external support systems and just focus on the journey. The most modest lens that has often been overlooked. Check out what all you can do with it. The most important questions: does this lens support a cream bokeh? And will the images be sharp with f11? Well, as you see, everything is possible with this extraordinary lens. When the subject is impossibly out of clicking range, Canon RF 800mm comes to the rescue. It helps by virtually reducing the distance without disturbing the subject. Now, everything is within your reach. Here, using Canon RF 800mm, I have easily taken images of different birds in their natural habitat. The most amazing part of this lens is its weight. Earlier, I had to crawl a lot with my 400mm, but now my manual work is reduced and the energy can be creatively channelized. I work more hours in the field and get better output. I believe this is a boon for the wildlife photographer and especially wildlife documentary makers. Now, this small lens packs a power punch to give you a peek into the world around you through macro photography. Mount it up and start. Here you cannot afford a camera that takes seconds to respond. The 12-pin high-speed communication contacts between the lens and the main camera body ensures lightning-fast data communication, triggering split-second responses. With a magnification capacity of 0.5x and 5-stop image stabilization, this lens is one to reckon with. As you see in these frames, the faster the response, the better frames you can capture. And now, we come to a very small part of the Canon RF lens, offering 2x extender. This small wonder can sit between your Canon RF 100 to 500mm and Canon RF 800mm lenses, and the camera body to play the role of force multiplier. In short, the 2x extender doubles the reach of the lenses that I have talked about. Now that we have witnessed the practical scenarios, there are a few other points that I wish to bring to your attention. Control ring. Control ring is given on the barrel on each RF lens. This ring is the key to many hidden treasures. It helps me to quickly adjust the exposure variables, shutter speeds, aperture, ISO, exposure compensation, and a lot more. This gives me endless opportunities to experiment with different subjects. The internal diameter of the Canon RF mount is 54 mm. That gives enhanced usability and excellent image quality. The distance from the back of the lens's mount to the imaging sensor, the flange back distance, is 20 mm. This makes the camera extremely sensitive. This reduced distance helps achieve edge-to-edge sharpness and details. This eliminates peripheral or sporadic weakness in each frame. So, happy clicking!